Thank you for calling the FBI. Can I get your first and last name, please?
Yes, sir. My first name is Cheryl. C is in cat, H is in Harry, E is in Edward, R is in Richard, Y is in yes, L is in Larry. Cheryl.
And your last name?
That's Uzamir. U as in uniform, Z as in zebra, A as in apple, M as in Mary, E as in Edward, R as in Richard, E as in Edward, Uzamir.
Hey, thank you, ma'am. And what's your phone number?
My telephone number is 347-255-3922.
Okay, that was 347-255-3922.
Yes.
Alright, thank you, ma'am. And lastly, can I get your date of birth?
Yes, sir. My birthday is May 31st, 1959.
5/31/1959?
Yes, sir.
Alright, thank you, ma'am. Just give me a few moments here while I get everything documented, then we'll get started, okay?
Thank you. And if it isn't too much trouble, sir, just to be able to write your name down, I know that you can't give your first or last name, but may I please have I believe you all can give your ID?
Yes, ma'am. My ID is 9445.
Thank you, sir. Let me hurry up and write that down. Hold on. 9445. 9445. Thank you. Are you still there, sir?
I am, ma'am. Just one moment.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, ma'am. And what crime are you calling to report to us today?
There are a number of them. One is Title 42 of the U.S. Code Section 1983, deprivation of rights under color of law, a color of law crime.
Okay, and what's happened?
The crime was committed by a state judge. It was committed more than 10 years ago, but it had to do with filing of a false document. That document is still falsely filed with the court, and the judge that allowed the filing of the document did not make a complaint. He didn't arrest the person. The judge didn't do anything, and that falsified document is still filed with the court.
Okay, and what was this false document?
The false document is a foreign affidavit. It's a counter affidavit that was notarized in Nigeria.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Have you reported this to us previously?
It's possible, but nothing was ever done about it, sir. I'm reporting it again because I don't know if you all have this, if you have the complaint on file. So I'm reporting it as something new, so that in the event that you all don't have it on file, I can, I have some record that I filed it. Is there a problem?
No, I'm just asking if you reported this to us previously.
It's possible that I did.
Okay. Now this false affidavit, who is it concerning?
It's concerning. It was filed by my husband's nephew. My husband's nephew is an attorney, and he filed the false affidavit during the divorce. He filed the false affidavit with the court, with the judge and with the court that was handling the divorce at the time. The affidavit or the counter affidavit, it's first of all it's falsified because it uses a fake name. It uses the fake name Godwin Uzamere. The other thing that it does, or that it doesn't do, the document was not authenticated. Foreign documents have to be authenticated by the United States Department of State. The United States Department of State has an authentication division that requires that foreign documents, before they're presented in a courtroom, they have to be authenticated. And this document was never authenticated by the United States Department of State. It was given straight to the court. The judge, who is an attorney, knows the law. He made no attempt to require my husband's attorney to authenticate the document. Plus, the document has a fake name on it. So the document is an act of identity fraud, and it's unauthenticated. The document is defective on its face. And
I contacted the Department of State to make them aware of that?
I did.
Okay. Have you contacted an attorney to help you work through the legal process?
Okay, the problem with contacting the attorney is that something of this level requires money. I can't afford an attorney. So what I'm now doing is resubmitting the same complaint and seeing if I can pass the complaints off to the U.S. attorneys that work in the jurisdiction where the crime was committed. But for right now, I simply do not have money to hire an attorney. I need money for it, and I don't have it.
Okay. And this affidavit, what crime are you alleging occurred because of this affidavit?
Okay. The first one is a color of law crime. The second crime is both on the state level and on the federal level. On the state level, it's illegal to file a false document. It's a violation of New York State Penal Law 175 point something. Violates that law. It also violates federal law. The federal law it violates is Title 18 of the U.S. Code 1519. Filing of a false document is wrong. It also violates it violates the law with regard to the filing of a false document. And it was used as an identification document. I'm sorry, sir. It also violates RICO. RICO is Title 18 of the U.S. Code, Section 1961. Was used as an identification. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and explain to me how it violates RICO.
Okay. Thank you. In any case, it violates RICO. It does. Because the state is one entity, and my husband's attorney is a second entity. There are two different entities involved in the filing of a falsified identification document. That's RICO, sir.
Okay. Well, ma'am, what I would recommend, I do see that you have reported this to us previously. What I would recommend is that you continue working through the court system. Make sure that you have an attorney to advise you. A lot of this, unfortunately, is not going to be a federal violation. It's going to be something you're going to have to work with your attorney.
Sir, I'm taping
this conversation.
I am going to pass it over to the U.S. attorney. I've already taped it, videotaped it. I'm uploading it to YouTube. Have a good day.
All right. You have a good night, ma'am.
I will.